It's me. I'm back. I had to start off with a smile. Let's go. It's a great night to have a great night, everyone. Hopefully, that everybody had a wonderful day. Today was a little rough, but see, I still have a smile because you got to smile through it all. You don't know who I am. My name is Toria Howard. I am an educator, and I'm also a real estate professional, but I teach eighth grade by day. I love to teach though. So that's my passion. That's why I do this because I love to educate people. Fix my little tie. And it's my purpose to teach. So here I am. And we're talking about today is Real Estate Thursday. I usually do Real Estate Tuesdays, Thursday. And I wanted to come on to uh, talk about being home for the holidays. So I am a realtor here in the wonderful city of Detroit and the surrounding areas. And we just found out our tree lighting is November 22nd. So it's going to be great. I can't wait. Me and my daughter was just talking about how we're going to go. I was trying to share my live with one of my friends, but I don't know how to do it. So I have to wait till later. So, but anyway, I'm going live for the first time on my business pages. And I was like, I need to start going live on my business pages and sharing it to my personal pages because I need to get some more traction on my business pages. And I'm talking about real estate on my personal page, but I need to be talking about it on give some traction to my business page. So here we are today. So drop a 1 in the comments if you're watching this live, drop a 2 if you're new to my live, and drop a 3 if you're watching the replay. And I really, really appreciate it. So I know people probably like, Toria, how can I get a house by Christmas? Now, you have like several weeks until Christmas. I would say December 20th is that Friday before Christmas. So you can close by that Friday, and it's November 7th. So you have over a month to be able to get this accomplished. So here in Detroit, we do have, in the city of Detroit, has up to $25,000 for you to purchase a home. Depending on your income, you can purchase a home using that assistance from the. Let me turn my Wi-Fi back on. Oh, and it swiped off. So here we go. But you can use that $25,000 that they have for you to be able to purchase a home by the holidays. So you just have to get with a lender who has those programs, and also not just in the city of Detroit, but you have Oakland County, Macomb County, Wayne County. Everybody has some type of assistance programs. And then you also have the different cities that might have some assistance programs. So you have to get with a lender. So let's talk about the first week, right? So this week is already gone. So we're talking about next week. First and foremost, you have to understand what your budget is, what your credit looks like. And if you're looking to be a homeowner by the holidays, by Christmas, then you should have already done this, right? But you can still start today. Today is a good point to start, so start today. So first things first, you will go ahead and get pre-approved for a mortgage and establish your budget. So you should already know how much you can afford at this point. So if you're paying rent right now, and it's affordable, then and you have some things, some more money that you can probably allocate to that without stretching, then that's something to think about. So if you say, for instance, if your rent is 1,500, I know for some places you like 1,500 gets you in the hood, but 1,500 can still get you something decent here in the city of Detroit. Some places, in the suburban areas too. We need about $2,000 if you were talking about, really, really nice, but not even, I shouldn't even say really, really nice. Some places that's like $2,000, need some help too. But nevertheless, so no, like say for instance, if you know yes you can afford 1,500, right? You want to stay, and that's comfortable for you. You want to stay within that, and you need to make sure that you have savings. So you should have 3 months of your rent payments saved. So that's 4,500. Am I doing that? No. Yes, that's $4,500. I'm not a mathematician, but I count money. It's $4,500 saved just for these different type of first time home buyer programs. Or if you still can get a first time home buyer grant or money for to buy a home or closing costs if you have certain programs, if you have bought a house 2 years or more, or 3 years or more. It just depends on the company or the program that you use. So once you get pre-approved, but let me back up. You need to make sure that you are working with a bank and a mortgage lender that you are comfortable with. Interview these people. Ask them questions. Ask them how many loans uh, have they closed this year. Ask them how fast was their timely manner of getting back with you with a response. What is their processes when it comes to contacting them? How quickly can you get in touch with all these different things that you can ask? Make sure you interview the people and at least do 3 to 4 and go in and have an establishment with these people. I mean, you can do it on the phone, but it's easier to establish a relationship in person. Ask these questions, see who you're comfortable with when you're talking about um, a home, owning a home, with because they're going through this process with you, so they can make a break. With the underwriter, of course, your journey. So you need to make sure that you want to deal with these individuals. So make sure that you are picking people who you are, comfortable with, who you feel like will help you the best. So you have to interview. So once you get pre-approved and you establish your budget, you can start house hunting with a real estate agent like myself and identify potential properties. So this is a good time still to buy because prices are usually lower during this time of year because a lot of people don't want to move during the summer. The inventory is a little bit lower, but there's still some houses on the market and you'll be able to get a better deal. And a lot of times you'll be able to negotiate a little bit better. So just understand that this is still a great time to purchase a home during this time. And like I said, the prices more incentives during this time because a lot of people are not shopping around because it's wintertime. So this would be a great time. So make sure that you know your wants and your needs, right? And don't let your wants outweigh your needs and get too picky because think about it. It can be a starter home. This is going to be something, look at the potential of it. Because if you want something perfect for you, then you want to build and you won't be at home for the holidays. So you want to make sure that you have an open mind when you're going to look at homes and know your wants and needs. Know how many bedrooms, bathrooms you're looking for, the space you're looking for. Are you going to use, is this a starter home? Is it something that you're graduating to? Make sure that you understand exactly what you want and pick what choose what fits it in a sense. You're gonna have to make some compromises because there is no perfect house, like I said, unless you build it from the ground up. And still, then there are issues. So there's issues in everything. So you just need to just make sure that you're open minded. So that's week 3 and 4. You're looking for your home in those 2 weeks. So for the first and second week, you're getting pre-approved for your mortgage and you're establishing a budget. Week 3 and 4, you are, house hunting with a real estate agent like myself and identifying potential properties. And then weeks 5 and 6, you are making an offer, you're negotiating, securing the contract. So during that time, at that time, then we're at the top of December. And you are, making sure that you're putting those contracts in, making the offer. Then the next following weeks, you are completing your inspection, appraisal, and finalizing the mortgage. Now, you will, even though there are first-time home buyer grants and incentives and things of that nature, you need to make sure that you understand you still have to pay for something. Okay, you still have to pay for your inspections, your appraisal, and you might have to pay for closing costs. If you have a good, real estate agent, might be able to negotiate those closing costs with the seller, or you can get that grant to help you pay for those closing costs. So that's about finalizing your mortgage at that time. So the inspection is to make sure that the house that you're buying is not a lemon, like, like a car. So you need to just make sure that get a trusted professional to do this inspections. If you get an FHA loan, which is a government loan, back loan, they are stricter. So they might make the homeowner do more work. So you want to make sure you find a house with a seller that is easy to, maneuver and fix things and of that nature, because they're going to do it with a fine tooth comb. When you with a conventional loan, it's not as strict. And I've had inspectors tell me that, like, when they do a FHA loan inspection, they are like everything. They looking at everything. But conventional, they're a little bit more lax. But you can also talk to the inspector and say, or your trusted real estate agent, because at the inspection, the real estate agent is there for the inspection. So you don't have to be there. So you can talk to your real estate agent like, hey, I want the inspector to really do a fully thorough inspection, and that can happen. The appraisal, you'll have to pay for that through your mortgage company, whoever you decide to go with. So I would say the inspection and the appraisal, you can probably say between together probably 1,000 to 1,500, depending on the square footage of the house and things of that nature. The inspection could be more depending on if the house is like really big. I'm talking about houses that are, probably 3,000 square feet or less, or, anything, I would say probably about, I would say 3,000 or less. And then anything above that, it's going to be a little bit more expensive because they have to do different things. If you have a crawl space, a basement, those things, it's going to might cost a little bit more if they have to do extra. If you want the roof inspected, if they have to do special things. If it's a pool, it could be extra money. So you just have to factor that in. So by that time, by week 9, you close on the home and you get the keys just in time for Christmas. That'll be around December 20th, or that day that I don't think they do. They might do on Christmas Eve, and I don't think nobody will move in that month. They might do it the 22nd. That's really close. So at that point, you are discussing, your strategies of improve. You are, it's a crucial time, because now everything has been done. The inspection has been done. The appraisal has been done. Everything is finalized. Everything has been fixed, or whatever the case may be. And now we're at the closing table. Now, I'm a credit person too. So please, 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 during this time, I know people are shopping and doing different things. Please don't run up the credit cards before you're closing. I appreciate you jumping on. I don't know. Is it Araga? I know we've been talking, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Charge it to my mind, not my heart. But I want to recognize you. But please, 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 please do not charge up your credit cards. Do not put your name on anything. Don't buy the furniture. Don't co-sign. Don't do anything within this tight window, because you can be at the closing table and think you're about to get the keys, and you'll be sadly mistaken. So please, 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 please make sure you are being disciplined at this time. Buy your Christmas gifts now, and then pay your stuff down to you ready by next week. Or buy your Christmas gifts with cash, or just tell the people, listen, this year we're getting home, or I'm have to get you after Christmas or something. But you have to be strict. You have to be disciplined during this time, because you can lose the house at the end of the finish line. Trust me, it almost happened to me. When I bought my house in 2010, I was about to walk out the door, and they said, "Oh, hold on." Chase came back and put a collection on your credit. It was a zero balance collection, though. Zero balance. So even though I didn't owe them, and they saw that I didn't owe them, because it still came up collection, I almost lost my home. So I had to pay off Chase. So I don't even understand why they had did that. And it wasn't even in collection. So I had at that time, because this is 2010, you had to fax and call and different things like that. So luckily they were still able to fax over that I did not owe them. It was a mistake and I was able to walk out. But I've heard many stories. I haven't had any clients that have been turned away at the closing table. Now I've had people been closed, been turned away by the lender like 2, 3, or 4 days before we go to the closing table. That's happened to a client of mine, but never at the closing table. But it almost happened to me, so I know it can happen, and it's happened to my fellow real estate agents. So please, 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 during this time, don't run up the credit cards. Don't co-sign. Don't add any lines of credit, because all that does is make your debt to income ratio go up. And you want to keep that debt to income ratio as low as possible. And you don't want to add any more debts, because what's going to happen is, if the more your debt rises, then they're going to drop your approval. The underwriter is. And please don't lie. They will find, they're like the FBI, CIA. They will find it. So please don't lie. Please don't try to hide anything. They're going to find it. And you're going to be sad for the holidays instead of in your house for the holidays. So make sure that you understand that there's steps to this. It's still a process. It'll be a quicker process because you're in a crunch time, but you still can have a home for the holidays. You're looking for motivated sellers. You're looking for foreclosures are good. They might take a little bit longer, but sometimes depending on how fast or how the process is already, how far the bank has, gone into the process. And like I said, you can get houses at a discount at this point. Um, Make sure that you have flexibility with your, like I said, list of must-haves, and just to make sure that you have all your documents. You got the title company, but that's part of the real estate agent's job to help you with that. And make sure that you have a backup plan just in case. Now, as far as if you have to do a down payment, because I just talked about assistance, if you have to do a down payment, you don't have like all of the money up front. Now, those of you that have 401ks and different investment accounts, you can get money from those areas, but you need to make sure you understand your tax liability and any penalties that you have, because some 401ks and some retirement accounts do allow you to withdraw money for buying a home, but some of them have a lot of stipulations where they either tax you heavily or give you heavy penalties. Some don't. Now, I helped a young man purchase a home couple years ago, and he didn't have that issue. As far as any penalties, they let him withdraw it, and he was able to put it back. So you just use your resources if you have to come up with a down payment, but there's also resources in your local community. So your county, your city, your state. So look for those lenders that have those programs, and just make sure you have everything in alignment. So when you talk about your credit report, you're talking about at least 4 trade lines, 4 to 6 is optimum. You're talking about a good mix of credit. You're talking about revolving and installment credit. Revolving is the credit cards. Installments are like your car loan, your furniture bill, personal loans, things of that nature. So make sure you have a mix. You don't have any, you don't have a whole lot of inquiries, but it really won't, if that don't really make a difference, but you don't want a whole lot of inquiries on there. And you don't want any late payments on there. Collections and charge-offs that the lender, you're not even going to get anywhere if you have that. So, but just make sure during the process that you understand that don't run up the credit cards, don't add any credit lines. Make sure that you stay disciplined within this time, and make sure you use all your resources. So that's it. That's how you can have a home by Christmas. December 20th probably be the best day to close. That's a Friday, and you'll be able to move in that weekend, or by that Monday, and have your Christmas tree up and be in your new home by Christmas. So let's get started. So make sure if you're in the, oh no, It went away. Okay, here we go. Make sure if you're in the Detroit and the surrounding areas that you contact me. I would love to assist you. And I'm knowledgeable about the market. I also work with investors. I just helped an investor close on 7 properties last month. I'm so proud of him. I'm still helping him with some things with that as well. So I'm so excited for him. It's his first investment. He bought 5 duplexes and 2 single family homes. So he's getting his rental portfolio up, and I was happy to help. So I'm here to assist. So definitely contact me. Share this live with anybody you feel is in need of this advice. It doesn't have to be just Detroit. I know real estate agents all across this country because I network. And I also help people with financial literacy and credit repair. So if you need any of those services, please reach out to me. And my link is in my bio, and it's also going to be in the description area in my YouTube channel and also on my Facebook. So thank you everybody for joining me and watching the replay. And I will see you all next week for some more real estate tips. I'm gonna continue to go live on my real estate pages, even though I have more followers on my personal page, but I need to get my followers up on my real estate page. So I'm gonna start doing it here. My pleasure, and I appreciate you, my only viewer. This is my first live on my business page, y'all. So I appreciate it. Have an amazing day or night, because it's night. It's day somewhere, I guess. Bye, YouTube.